GM, everyone. We have the Zoom link up in chat, but we're at 11:32 now. We're going to wait just another 30 seconds for a couple more people to come in. We'll get started. Well, looks like nobody else is coming in here, so we'll get started. First up, we got Donna and support. GM, Donna.
Hey, GM. Sorry for the delay. So for support stats, we had 80 new tickets, which is like 8 tickets up from the previous week's report. Most of the tickets received are issues on app.shapeshift.com. We had key issues and a few asset display issues. First reply median time is at 67 minutes. This is a little bit slower from the previous week's report due to some agents out last week. And then 55% of the tickets were resolved in one touch. Full resolution median time is at 8 hours, and we had total of 95 solved tickets last week. And then in other news, the support for users panel under the support workstream on Discord has been replaced with a contact support channel, push more users to create a support box and give them a semi-private chat with any of the support team. And thanks to Giantkin and Mogi for helping out with this. And then lastly, there's a new article out live regarding how to claim rewards on DAPback. You can see the link on the spreadsheet for you to check it out. Basically, that's it for support. Thank you and have a great day.
Thanks, Donna, for those updates. Next up, we got H Payne and marketing. GM H Payne, how are you doing?
GM Ron, I'm doing great. I feel so refreshed. It was a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope your weekend was just as wonderful. Last week, we had marketing office hours on Tuesday. All of you who did not show up are welcome to listen to the recording. It was super awesome. We provided so many insights, so much awesome stuff. Really awesome stuff to go look at. Go check it out. We also were running an on-off ramp campaign last week. FYI, we are probably most likely the best place to do this. We have so many options. We also released Bankso wire purchasing, which was now live on our app. And additionally, we released our monthly newsletter and email blast. We also, we have a new transparency channel on our YouTube channel. Please give it a follow and unsubscribe from the one that you used to potentially have been subscribed from. and there's an ongoing content migration from that prior channel to the new transparency channel, where all of the YouTube and where all the Twitch streams and all the live streams from our meetings will be there. The priority is migrating all of our Allfox calls, AMAs, and then governance calls to the new channel. So stay tuned there. This week, we have a Cosmos Validator campaign. Stake your atom, you filthy pirates. It's a wonderful time. It's super, super fun. I'm really excited to look forward to all of the content coming out this week. We also have a Doing Good AMA today, Doing Good is highlighting projects that are public goods like ours. Very, very, very awesome to be partnered with a community like theirs. There's also the new on-off ramp page on our app that is deep linked. You can now, click on that link and on ramp and swap and stake Atom, specifically the theme of the week. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys online. Catch you later.
Thanks for those updates, Ishpring. Next up, we got globalization and the Smith. GM the Smith.
Oh, hi, GM, everybody. GM, bro. I have some updates for globalization, starting with we just minted some cards in Doing Good. So they are NFTs. We just dropped it for 150 wallets. Those wallets minted our POAPs and got the cards in the events. So all these wallets have the physical cards. So now they receive it, the fair drop. I think Vlad can drop the Doing Good link, or I can drop in the stage chat soon. Also,
I can drop it. Can you hear me, Desmith? Just to say GM to everyone.
Yeah, good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. So basically, those events we've been attending since BitConf, Ethereum Rio, NFT Rio, Ethereum Barcelona, Cosmoverse. Did I forget anyone? DevCon too. Those events we've been handling real cards for real people in real life events. And those cards has a POAP attached. So basically we have some community tracking wallet POAP thing. And we used those wallets from people that we met in real life, and we gave the card. We airdrop them NFTs on Doing Good representing the card. Also, if you don't have a physical POAP, we printed some 00 number cards. So if you want a card, you can buy the NFT and Doing Good and find us in the events, and we might have some for you if the globalization team is raw. But if not, you can get this cool NFT and contribute to ShapeShift Treasure and also Gitcoin Treasure and the artist wallet that I also put in the contract. So yeah, that's a very good timing for the Doing Good EMA that is coming tonight at 8 p.m. Somebody's going to talk about that, but you're also going to be doing that with these cards and NFTs. And the Smith, I'll pass you to the Russian language in number 3. But first, tomorrow have Rio Innovation Week. And Being Crypto have a panel about DAOs. I'll be there talking about DAOs with Being Crypto representing ShapeShift. It's a very big event. I think we have mentioned in the last Ops Sprint, but we mention again because the event's tomorrow and I'm preparing a presentation with the history of ShapeShift, our structure, how we decentralize our governance, and how is that relevant for DAOs. And the Smith, Russian language, bring some good news.
Yes, I can speak Russian, but I want to wish you lucky and say congrats for all that you have been doing these stages. I know that you will be sharing this stage with high-level speakers like Bruce Jitson and Spike Lee. So it sounds like a dream, right? Okay, we are adding Russian language. Our translation bounty is 9% done. We do expect on this week the app speaking in Russian. And lastly, running weekly Spanish EMAs on Twitter Spaces. The Spanish team just attended to an EMA with Criptonicas DAO. It's a female Web3 community, which speaks Spanish. It's pretty cool to see and hear the Twitter spaces. And that's all for globalization. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks to Smith and Vlad. Next up, we got Jankin in the mod squad. GM Jankin.
The timing. I just got back into the office, so I'll be a second. We had, I think it was 3 raids.
That's right.
I remember
94 for 7 days and 163 for 14.
That's all I had.
Awesome. Thanks, Jankin. Next up, we got Diggy and Product. GM Diggy.
GM, everybody. I'm just kidding. It's Willie. I am covering for Diggy because she's at jury duty today. Everyone, please send her some positive vibes and wish her a speedy return. Over in product land this week, one of the main focuses is on this DAO product strategy and business cases. So product is working with the assistance of PTT, thank you PTT, to review all of the available opportunities for what we should build next, put some thought into this, and work to put together a comprehensive roadmap and support each of the features that we recommend prioritizing with business cases. Of course, the plan is to work with the community to hear everyone's feedback and get alignment on the path forward. But product is definitely spending a lot of their bandwidth to put a lot of thought into this and propose what they feel is the most compelling path forward. In order to support this, we're also running some Pendo surveys. So you guys might have seen a survey asking which chain you'd like to see next. I think product is planning out some different surveys as well to try and get more insight into why users are visiting the DeFi page so frequently but not depositing, and seeing if there's any changes we can make to drive more deposits to the Yearn and upcoming idle integration. Diggy's also been working on a Thorchain grant proposal, and the goal is that she shared that with the Nine Realms team last week. And the goal, I think, is to share that in their forum imminently, I think this week. And also two features that are in the final stages are YAT, which will include a new affiliate revenue stream for the DAO, as well as Wallet Connect as a wallet. Really excited to get those both over the finish line. Back to you, PTT.
Thanks, Willie. And Stanley is very jealous of Diggy right now, but I am not. Wish her the best of luck in jury duty. Next up, we got DeFi Cafe and Engineering. GM DeFi.
GM, I'm going to sit really close to the microphone, sound like H-Pain this morning. So, very similar to operations. Wallet Connect as a wallet should be in test this week. We've got Bounty Hunter wrapping that up. Like Willie mentioned about the DeFi page, Game's been doing a lot of sanity and refactor of that stuff, so it's easier to maintain and then implement idle as well. That also touches extensively all the Foxy ETH and staking stuff. The wherever notification widget is in review. We're just waiting on partner source code there because it's kind of open source but not easy to review. And that'll be getting turned on with YAT whenever they get back to us. Apotheosis did some amazing work on Thorchain fees, so the situation as a whole there should be much better. We're using fees coming back from Thorchain rather than our own estimations. So this means that trades should complete more successfully and with much more accurate fees, saving people money because we were just padding stuff previously. Kevin's been working on self-hosted nodes, so this is removing one of our dependencies on third-party node data providers, which we often see a lot of kind of slow response times, and some of them are basically kicking us off or becoming prohibitively expensive. So a bit more sovereignty, we should get performance and stability there as well. That's pretty much it from engineering this week.
Awesome. Thanks, DeFi. And for ops this week, we got the new marketing feature release update thread, and visit that at the link there. Operations office hours are this week on Thursday. Treasure report, 12 reported issues, 9 reported resolved, and 3 prod issues. I think that was for the last 2 weeks. Post-parity cleanup is more important than Go Farm right now, and continuing to look for feedback on the app and the website. Issue reporter is working again, so if you have anything, please go through the issue reporter. And then week of 1031, 38 PRs and 3 repos by 8 contributors. one new contributor, and 2 bounties created. And that's it for ops. Next up is Kent and Tokenomics. GM Kent.
GM Ron, how you doing today?
Doing all right. How are you?
Pretty good. And Dobraya Utro to all the comrades out there. Cool to have Russian language support. So yeah, we're continuing to rock out in tokenomics land. Let me bring up the list here. So first and foremost, we're the TMDC has voted to move forward on bond offerings via both Arbor and Hourglass. These are 2 similar but separate protocols that are launching at a very similar time. So kind of what's going on here is the TMDC has approved making these offerings with some specific parameters. However, this doesn't actually formally authorize the deposit of Fox in those contracts. That would be a subsequent next step. We just heard from Hourglass about some deeper details around their protocol, along with some sort of some interesting discussion about expected demand for these long-term bond offerings. Meanwhile, Arbor has been very communicative as well. They're partnering with a credit worthiness provider called Credora in an effort to potentially give some more or give prospective borrowers more, or I should say lenders more transparency or a better idea of like the DAO's finances. That could in turn boost demand for those offerings. So Ocean was cool enough to look at the code on Hourglass. Arbor has some audits as well that will need to be looked at. TMDC, like I said, is required to actually vote on depositing Fox into those contracts. That'll be a next step. But again, the zooming out, the broader goal here is to be able to essentially refi or pay off our Rari Pool 7 loan, which has a very high APY, and also potentially add some more stables to our runway. Speaking of the runway, I updated on this last week, but we're good through about August of 2023. The crucial assumption there is that's assuming a spend of about $25K a month for the new Fox Chain proposal. That will be solidified in the very near term here, and I will update that as we get more clarity. It's looking like 25K a month, maybe actually be on the high side for that. So we might be looking at a even longer runway, but I don't want to make any big assumptions yet for the projections. But we'll talk about that more tomorrow during the office hours. Meanwhile, in terms of our active bonds, pardon me, the Olympus bonds are still live, averaging roughly like 4,700 a day of USDC on that. Bond protocol remains paused while they complete their security review around the Olympus exploit. And then also regarding Fox Chain, you know, there's a lot of implications here just for like from tokenomics perspective, such as the airdrop. So in addition to, you know, the impact that the proposal could have on the runway, we'll also be hearing from that team on tokenomics aspects within the next few weeks. So as always, lots going on here, guys. And always jump in the tokenomics channel if you have any questions. So have an awesome week.
Awesome. Thanks, Kent. Now I'll invite Willie Fox back up here and Ocean if he's around for the Fox Foundation.
Hello again, PTT, GM Ocean.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
GM.
Ocean, you want to take these, or do you want me to read?
Yeah, sure. Happy to. Thanks for filling that out for us. So yeah, last week we were able to basically tune down all of our AWS infrastructure that was supporting the legacy applications, except for a few very critical pieces to support legacy wallet migrations. So that's a really great big milestone for us that, you know, basically was only unlocked by all the hard work from all of the DAO to migrate users. So thank you for that. We're excited to see where the new AWS bill lands, which we should be able to figure out in the next few days here as prices stabilize on all of our continued use. Of course, we still are supporting CoinCap as well. But yeah, very excited that that's done. And we also are like canceling a bunch of different SaaS subscriptions to things like Datadog, you know, that are several $1,000s a month that we no longer need to have to. So some pretty awesome cost savings all around. As Kent mentioned, I took a look at the Arbor or the Hourglass contracts and their audit report, basically just to validate that they have followed up from the audit to fix the issues that were found in it. And it looks like they have. Kent, it would be good just to see when they deploy to make sure that the deployed code matches the commit of the code that was reviewed. But other than that, no real questions there. And I can follow up with the Arbor stuff as well. And then last but not least, Adam and I, and Willie for that matter too, are all kind of starting to spend a little bit more time with Foxchain, which has been great. We met with one of the developers that's working on it last week and are continuing to figure out how best we can support Foxchain, both from a financial perspective and also an engineering perspective.
Awesome. Thanks, Ocean. Only thing I'll add, I see there's a conversation going on about the about getting an Overwatch game going with Foxes, and I love this idea. We'll post a poll for maybe Thursday night and see what time would work best. Let's do it.
Awesome. Thank you, Willie and Ocean. And if anyone else has anything, now would be the time to raise your hand and or type in Say Chat. Otherwise, I think that they'll probably be moving the Overwatch planning to general or gaming. So I'm not sure which channel. So I will probably be wrapping up here because I don't see anyone raising their hand. So GM everyone.